So, right. As you guys read by the title, I'm going to be giving talking, or I'm just going to be speaking about a little story. Story time. That's what a story time is, right? Talking about a little story on my experience. I just want to put a disclaimer out there that this story time or whatever happened I wouldn't title it as good or bad. It's just something that I observed, and I think it's also something that we can learn. Okay, I don't title anything that happens in the industry as good or bad. I just think it's a learning curve. Okay, you take what you get, you move with it, and you learn from it, right? But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, right, where do I start? Okay, so if you know, you know, but if you don't, you don't. Okay, if you know, you know. If you don't, do your research. That's what I'm gonna say. But early this year, I went on, like I said, I'm not mentioning specifics, but I went on a little modeling event, or let's call it a little modeling event. Okay, if you know, you know. And everything was good. But prior to that, right, the few people that I've heard from is that the company, the company that holds these events has a little racist vibe to it. Reason being is, I don't know, because what they observed, that's what I was told, and that's what I try to observe throughout this whole thing, right? So okay, fine, whatever, that's just that's it, whatever. Okay, we're back. So where was I? Right. So that's what I had in mind. Racist vibes, whatever. This is what I was told by so and so. So that's something that I obviously had to observe. And based on my research, I wouldn't say, okay, based on my research, there was a certain race that was dominant within the company. That's fine. That's not something that we can control, okay? We have to remember as models that it's not even, you can't take things personal. At this point, you can't take things personal, right? Move on, everything was fun, right? So we as models as a whole were told about the inclusivity of this event, how they would take short, tall, skinny, or thick models, okay? So all of us, right, a lot of people of different looks were in this event because of how we were told it was very inclusive. That's fine, right? Which is good. Now I do have, okay, you know what, the story is all over the place. But now shall we get there, and we do certain categories, right? We do swimwear, we do all of that. When it comes to the final day, right, is the day where they have to announce their winners and the people that are going to be getting contracts. Now I just want to put it out there as well that in this event you do have multiple agents from multiple places internationally, okay, that are looking for models. Now I'm gonna ask this question. As an international agent, would you fly, for instance, from all the way in China to South Africa to only scout one model? To me, personally, that does not make sense. But then again, it is what it is. That was my question. You fly from international to South Africa and you don't book anyone, or you book one model. To me, it's okay, but all the effort for... But that's cool, right? Now, we get to the castings, which in modeling term is audition, right? Where you speak to the casting director, they want to know your measurements, and measurements as in your height, your height, your waist, your bust, your hips, all of that, your hair color, your eye color, They want to know everything about you as a model, right? That's cool. That's fine. We get to the auditions, and so tells me that 2 scenarios actually happened. One, a black girl was actually told that, look, your hair is a little bit like too distracting. And I heard the scenario, I'm like, what? Like, I thought this was inclusive. Inclusive meaning you are inclusive of everyone that is different, right? Whether they have a certain type of hair, they have a certain type of skin color, and they have a certain look. That's fine, okay? Which reinforces the first thought that so-and-so told me before I actually got into this. It was like, why would somebody say this about someone? Because your hair is your look, especially as a black girl. Your hair is things that contribute to your look, right? But that's fine, right? It's not fine, but we move, right? But we get to them having to pick the ladies that they're giving out contracts. Now, I'm not saying this because the girl's better or the girl thinks that whatnot. It's just something that you observe, okay? I'm happy for the girls, and I'm glad that they did well, and they did do their stuff. They strutted their stuff. They did what was needed. Well deserved. Congrats to them. They picked their ladies. Mind you, they told all of us that it's an inclusive event. And guess what? There's nothing more disappointing there's nothing more disappointing to short models and thick girls and short skinny girls that when you get to an event that you were told was inclusive and all the pics are like girls of a certain height. Because now you start thinking, but wait, because everybody observed this. It was a thing of, but wait. Pause. Why? Because you should have mentioned before this event went on, or when you put out the posters about this event, that you're looking for specific height and specific whatnot for contracts. And you should have mentioned that these international agents that are coming by, not to bust your bubble, but they're looking for taller models. Because there's also nothing more disappointing than putting all your money and energy into something that is expensive, okay, and won't benefit you in the long run as a model. Okay, one thing you need to know, as models, sure, we attend events for fun, but we also want to get something out of it because there's a lot of hard work being put into being a model. That's what like actually take the whole lot of thoughts in me. Another thing, it was a thing of like, okay, sure, internationally, if you follow the international modeling world, you get to see that a whole lot of models are getting to walk the runway. A whole lot of models are getting into the high fashion. It's not even about height anymore. It's starting to be about talent. Now, what ticks me off is the fact that like South Africa, or the South African modeling industry, is still a bit boxed in terms of like, how are we not moving with the industry standards? We are still sticking to the same things. That's what I would expect. But then, this is my thought on the South African thing. But then at the same time, it's like, you bring agents that are looking for taller models and you tell short models that they're allowed to be in this thing. It's a thing of like, that's very discouraging, because why? Sharp, you can talk. At this point, as models, we're like, queen. We're tough. We fine. Okay, burst our bubble all you want, but like, queen. We got it. We good. We can take it. But let us know straight to our face that look, we're looking for taller models, right? Not to burst your bubble, but we're bursting your bubble. We're looking for models that are a bit tall. So tough luck. You're a good model, but just not for this fit. That would have been proper. That would have been fine. But then again, I feel like it's just super important to like let us know in time, because it's so disappointing and it's so heartbreaking to get to an event, have your hopes high, and be super excited and put your all, only to like realize at the end that, oh shoot, I don't think I was what they're looking for. Especially for an event. Like, come on guys, if you're gonna speak inclusivity, don't just include one short model there. I think Taylor Turks talked about this. Okay, if you follow her on Instagram, check out. She talked about this. She said one thing about the modeling industry is they'll put like one short girl there to just throw you off and tell you about their inclusivity. You know, a little a black girl here, a little some here, a little some here. You think, oh, they're so inclusive, when they literally, it doesn't necessarily have to be about all that. It just has to be about like, how talented are you? Can you model? Can you strike a pose? Can you do this? Can you do this? Yes, you're short, but you're a powerhouse. That's what it should be. But I have no bad blood against the event or the company, not the company, the organization, let me say, that did host this event. Okay, they're doing a good thing for models. Big ups to them. And congratulations, I guess, to the girls that did make it. But we have reached the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you in my next one.